see what is an isotope. So what is this isotope? So in our previous class we have seen what is an atomic number and what is a mass number. So you take for example a carbon. A carbon has the atomic number of 6 and the mass number or the atomic mass of 12, which means it has the atomic number will give the number of protons or the number of electrons. The mass, atomic mass, will give the number of protons plus the number of neutrons which is neutrally charged. Now there are certain forms of carbon which has a mass of 13, and there are also some forms of carbon that were identified which has the mass of 14. For all of this, there is already the abundant number of carbon 12 that is found on earth. For all of them, the number of protons is just 6. So these forms of carbon which has the same atomic number but the mass number is different. The difference is mass number is due to the difference in what? Yes, correct. It's due to the difference in number of neutrons. Okay, which means this carbon will have 6 protons plus 6 neutrons. This will have 6 protons and 7 neutrons, and this carbon will have 6 protons and 8 neutrons. So these different forms of the same element, carbon, okay, the same element, this carbon is one example, the same element which has the same atomic number but difference in mass is due to the difference in neutrons. So these kind of atoms are called as the isotopes. There are various known isotopes that is existing on earth. Okay, we have seen one example of carbon. Let's take another example of hydrogen. Okay, so look at the periodic table. Hydrogen is the first element and it has no neutrons. Do you remember I said in the last video it has no neutrons, it has only one proton. So the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. The mass number is also 1 because there is one proton and there is no neutron at all. And there is another form of hydrogen that is called as the deuterium. Okay, dew means 2, which has 1 neutron. Okay, and then see the number of electron and the number of proton remains the same. And then there is another form of hydrogen which has 2 neutrons and it is called as tritium. Why it is called as tritium? Because the mass is 3, because it has got 1 protons and 2 neutrons. So this tritium and deuterium are called as what? Are called as the isotopes of hydrogen. Remember, all these isotopic forms are the purest form of this element, just that in their existence they have an additional number of neutrons which gives them the difference in their mass. Okay, so this deuterium is also called as the heavy water. Why is it called as heavy water? See, in the same water molecule, the H2O, in the place of normal hydrogen, if an isotope of hydrogen goes and sits in this place, if the isotope of hydrogen is forming water molecule with oxygen, then the mass of hydrogen in the water will increase. That will increase the density of water, and that is why deuterium is also called as the heavy water. So this heavy water is generally used as moderators in the nuclear reactors. This video demonstrates the density of heavy water when compared to normal water. When I say tritium, tritium is a radioactive isotope of hydrogen. So we have seen enough of examples for isotopes. So what do you have to remember about isotopes? Isotopes are the elements which have the same atomic number, that is the number of protons or the electrons remain the same, but they have different number of neutrons, and that will make the difference in the mass number of a element, and such atoms are called as the isotopes. Hope the concept was clear. Hope this class was useful to you. If you found it useful, do share and subscribe the channel. We will see some more details of isobars and the concept of valency in the next class. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.